Joe and Mike coming at you. BuildAssetsOnline.com. Today we're talking about dropshipping bar stools. Is this a good niche, a bad niche? What do we think about it? And I'm just going to say this out of the gate. I feel like I'm usually pretty generous with my assessment of these niches, but I hate this one. I hate
Whoa.
I hate it.
Why?
I think they're too cheap, not enough like passion around it. And I feel like, I think you can make the passion argument. You can say like, oh, if they're into bar stools, maybe they're into like home brewing or something. But I feel like that's not even the
That's a
case.
stretch.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a stretch because I was thinking that at first, and then I was thinking, oh, like my wife was like looking for bar stools the other day just for our kitchen. So I feel like that's, you know, when we don't even have a bar. So
Yeah. Well, I gotta disagree with you, Joe.
get it out of
We've
here.
sold these before, and they weren't bad.
GTFO.
Cause listen, you said your wife was looking at bar stools. It
Mm-hmm.
was plural.
Mm,
Nobody buys one bar stool, Joe.
that's true.
So
Unless
yeah, a bar stool may cost you $200. How many are they buying? We've
mm,
seen, I mean, two, four, eight. Someone buys eight bar stools. The margins on these things are pretty good. At least this supplier we had, and so we would make honestly maybe 40% on some of these because they ship FedEx. They're cheap, and I think the problem was number one, they would break sometimes, so that was annoying. But we were a bit earlier in our career when we were doing these, and so I think we only had like one or two suppliers for them. We didn't really run the gamut of getting all the suppliers that were out there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna turn my back on this one because I think it showed some glimmers of hope. They may not be the same SEO potential and one-off price point or uh, like passion around it, but sometimes it's not about that, Joe. Sometimes screw all those things. Does it work in Google Ads? And are the margins good? And are they easy to ship? And for this, the answer is yes.
well, Mike, you just mentioned SEO potential, and when I used the best modifier, I'll pull up Ahrefs here. I used the best modifier before to try and figure out, are there a lot of best bar stool articles like best, folding bar stool. I really wasn't seeing a lot of potential there. But what I am seeing a lot of potential for SEO wise is with the width modifier. So we see here barstool with back, barstool with arms, folding barstool with back, black metal barstool with back, 250 search volume, zero keyword difficulty. I'm kind of shocked at that. Oak barstool with back, zero keyword difficulty, 200 search volume. So yeah, I think that having looked at this now, I actually just typed this in while you were talking because you said it was good. I thought you were going to say it was bad and then we were going to take it easy and end the video. But now that, you prompted me to look more into it, I'm seeing some really interesting things here. Captain chair bar stool with swivel.
Hey,
Pretty crazy. Let's see. Bar stool with steps.
huh.
Aluminum bar stool with back, so 24-inch bar stool with back, wicker bar stool with arms, white metal bar stool with wood seats. All of these have pretty decent search volumes, and to be honest, I'm pretty flabbergasted at that there were so many different variations of easy to rank for and probably cheap to advertise. Specific stuff that's bar stool related.
So would you go after those with like a collection page or with like a listicle type article?
Well, Mike, this is something that we recently discussed on our inside our Open the Kimono keyword research, live thing that we did. Whether it's best to target a keyword with a collection page or with a like an article, like a listicle, and I think it could go either way. I can't give you an answer on that right now.
All
I
right.
I think a collection page could definitely be good.
Yeah, and I don't know why we never put a lot of energy into these. I think doing the ads was a little bit hard. It was a little bit competitive, but that was only for one brand. And I think a lot of times people can uh, I don't know of a friggin' analogy, but people they have one brand and they say, oh, the generic clicks are too expensive, the branded clicks are too expensive. If you have a different brand that's a different price point and maybe there's differences in the product quality, then you can see a drastic change in your costs. And what I mean by product quality is think about all the things that Joe was talking about. There are going to be brands that are doing things that that are what the audience wants, what the bar stool shoppers want, and there are going to be brands that maybe are not. Maybe their product is a little bit off. Maybe it doesn't have a back. Maybe it doesn't have has the steps. It doesn't have the arms, or the design sucks. And this is
Right.
one other thing about the bar stools is there's so many design variations. But based on that, you can have varying degrees of your advertising costs because it's all about what people click and respond to, which in the case of bar stools is going to be, does it match what I'm searching? Is it what I'm looking for? And price. So if
Right.
you can couple a good price point with good design, then that ad is going to be more of a winner than say a supplier that has a shit price point and a not so great design.
Right. Right.
So,
For sure. Uh, I, and I really think that it's really interesting to look at all these different keywords that have really no one serving the search intent. So let me just open this again real quick. So if we look at oak barstool with back, and I open the search here, let's wait for it to load. What we see when it loads is I can bet your bottom dollar that no one is going to be really serving this search intent. Okay, so we have Wayfair, which kind of serves it, full back oak bar stools and counter stools. We have Amazon, that's oak bar stools. House is oak bar stools and counter stools. But there's really only one result here that actually mentions that it has a back, and that's Wayfair at the top there. So I feel like any sort of page where you're actually listing oak bar stools with a back, you're gonna have a really really good chance of ranking in the top 3 with that. And Mike, it's kind of
yeah.
funny. I feel like when we've made all of our drop shipping stores, we didn't really have this knowledge. And, now we're giving this knowledge to people. But, like, I wonder if we were to start all over, like, if we were to lose everything tomorrow, I kind of wonder, would we do the keyword research first, even though that's not what we would recommend to people starting out? It does get complicated, but I'm saying if we have all of our knowledge and then we're transported where we have 0 websites, would you consider starting with the keyword research first?
We should consider the keyword research um, because I think it's something that it's a power we have that not many other people possess. So yeah, I mean, I think we would definitely consider it. Um, I'd have to think about exactly what we would do if we were, you know, teleported to a time where we had no stores or anything. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely whenever we do anything now, it is something that we consider and look into and want to do.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Like I'm looking at this right now and like I want to do something with this, but I know that it's not possible, given
Yeah,
everything else that we're doing, but it just really makes me realize that there's so much opportunity out there even today.
right.
So, that's it. That's all I got to say. Do the bar stools or don't do them. I changed my tune halfway through the episode. BuildAssetsOnline.com/playbook if you want to learn how we build our online assets. buildassetsonline.com/playbook.
Take it easy.